Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Vintage Paintball. As always, my name is Tony, and I'm here to introduce to you the gun that we promised in the last video that was featuring Archie Montemayor's Mamba 2. This is the Cobra, as we mentioned in the last video, and it is Archie Montemayor's Mamba 2's sister marker. This means that they were born on the same date, and they also share a lot of the same aesthetic features, although these guns are very different, as all the markers that we make are. So let's go ahead and jump into this gun, and we'll look at what makes this gun similar and different from Archie Montemayor's Mamba 2. So right off the bat, I'm sure a lot of you have noticed that the biggest difference with these markers is that the color schemes are completely different. Archie Montemayor's Mamba 2 is all solid gold because he is one of the most prevalent and best pro players in the league right now. And that's why we went with the gold acid wash for this particular marker. Moving on to the front of the gun, you'll notice right away that we turned down the Shaft 5 barrel back. We did this to save weight, and we also did it because it gives this gun a very unique aesthetic that helps you stand out from across the field. Moving back slightly from the barrel, you'll notice that we have our trademark Compensator Cuts. We do these for a few reasons, mainly being the fact that it makes the gun look very, very aggressive and incredibly mean, and we like paintball guns to look angry. Just behind the Compensator Cuts, you'll notice that this gun shares the same exact Danny Love cut on the feed neck as the Montemayor Mamba 2. That is because it helps you see the paintballs as they feed into your gun, which is pretty cool, but mainly it helps you identify whether or not you have a barrel break, a breech break, or a hopper break. Looking just below the Love cut, you'll notice that we reshaped the eye covers. We did this mainly for the aesthetic purpose of making the gun look aggressive. We didn't take too much off of it because we wanted to make sure that the player that got this wouldn't have any chance of having any issues with paint getting into their eyes. All of the markers that we make look good, but now let me show you why all of the markers we make shoot good. Not only did we anodize, polish, and hand fit the O-rings on this bolt kit, it's also the exact identical bolt kit that is inside of Archie Montemayor's gun. What did we do to make that bolt kit special, and to make this bolt kit special, you might ask? We did what we like to call the high volume mod for the CS1. What that entails is us removing two of the pillars from the front can and turning down the outer perimeter of the can to allow as much volume into the dump chamber as possible during your firing cycle. This will allow you to lower your operating pressure, which will mean that your gun will sound quite a bit different and a lot quieter than a traditional CS1. Why do we put so much effort into this bolt kit, you might ask? Well, it's because we feel that the pros shouldn't be the only ones with the best parts. That brings us to our most heavily modified part of this gun, the Cobra body. This body is milled very similarly to the way that we milled the Mamba 2. The biggest difference between the body of the Mamba 2 and the Cobra is that the Cobra has a hood on the back of it, because Cobras have hoods. Just like the Mamba 2, we also did the back gap delete mod on the Cobra, but we took off a little bit more meat on the back of the gun to help differentiate it from the Mamba 2. We also did the 45 caliber bolt pin mod because that's one of Archie's favorite features of his markers, and it's also one of ours. Well guys, that is the Vintage Cobra. I want to remind you that this is one of the rare opportunities that you have to buy a gun that wasn't commissioned to be made. This gun is for sale right now on our website at vintagepb.com. The link will be in the description below. You can go ahead and click on there and find all of our soft goods and our hard parts, and also you can find our NASA O-ring kits. As always guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the field.